So one of the first exercises I like to introduce when treating either Osgood Schlatters or Severs is a little bit of foam rolling. Now, depending on which one of these particular injuries your child has will depend on where you use the foam roller. So if you've got Osgood Schlatters, the typical signs is it's generally quite painful to touch around the patellar tendon. So you follow the kneecap and then follow the kneecap just below it, and there's this really thick band that runs underneath it and attaches to a bony bit about an inch below the kneecap on the shin bone. This is where the patellar tendon attaches to the bone, and this is where the Osgood Schlatters pain and symptoms and tenderness usually is present. So if that's what your child is getting, you don't necessarily want to be rubbing directly on that area because it can be quite painful. What I like to do is foam roll through the quads, take some of that tension, get the child moving their leg and trying to improve their range of motion. So get the foam roller, laying on the foam roller, going to focus more on the quad, laying on top of it and just focusing on one particular spot, bending the knee and then straightening the knee. You might do 5 or 10 of these reps and then move on a little bit further down the leg. I like to use this as a way of keeping the kid active and moving and taking care of their muscle tightness or any tension through the quad to help relieve their symptoms. So I'd say try and do it before or after any training sessions, or if the knee is quite sore and tender that day, get them to give the foam roller a go and see if it helps. Now, if they've got severs, which is the same, very similar condition, but just in the Achilles tendon, which is down near through the heel, you'd be doing the same process, just mainly on the calf. So you pop the foam roller underneath the calf. You can pop the other leg on top if you want to provide a little bit more force through the foam roller. Find a little spot there and then you bend and point. Flex and point. Do that 10 or 15 times and then move on down. Now, this isn't going to help cure the condition. It might just make their pain a little bit less intense and severe when it is really sore and help them warm up or cool down before or after a training session. So give it a go and see if it helps with their pain and their symptoms, and let us know if you've got any questions.